Veterans re-entering civilian life face many challenges, including finding a job. Hi, I'm MONTEL Williams. Welcome to this edition of Military Makeover Operation Career. Today, 4 inspirational stories of former servicemen and women who have reinvented themselves and are thriving at companies who value their unique skills. Preparing for the future doesn't stop when a career in the military ends. For many vets, it's time to build on the skills they've learned while in the service. Ferris State University is a perfect place for vets looking to strengthen their position in a competitive job market.
A great college education can be an important first step in a rewarding post-military career. Ferris State University in Big Rapids, Michigan is not only home to the Bulldogs and a world-class athletic program, it's also home to many students who have served in the military.
Our veteran students who come here do an incredible job because they have come from backgrounds and experiences that no one else on this campus have experienced except for some of our veterans who work here.
My name is Jacob SHROT. I'm the Assistant Director of Veteran Services at Ferris State University. I started in the Marine Corps right after high school. I went active duty in 2001, a month before 9/11, and then did my time there, got out for about a year and discovered the Army National Guard. And that's where I've been ever since.
I'm Victoria Hall. I'm a student here at Ferris State University. I am in the welding program and I am a U.S. Army veteran. I went to basic training in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. The next summer I went on COVID orders. So I was in Detroit and Lansing working in warehouses to help take in all of the hospital beds and shipping out all the PPE needed for COVID during that situation.
Jacob Gary Yonkers. I go to Ferris State University, and I was in the Air Force for 6 years. I was a staff sergeant, so an E5. I was a weather forecaster or a meteorologist. So I lived in Tucson, Arizona for 6 years. That's where I was stationed. I went to Turkey for a deployment for 7 months, and then I also did an Afghanistan deployment for 7 months as well. Did observations, alerting the base of any incoming storms, stuff like that. A lot of mission planning, so when pilots go out, they need to know, obviously, what the weather's gonna be like, what they're flying into.
I remember coming home, and it was a relief to finally get back and be able to move on with my life and just prepare for the next step.
Getting out of the military at first, I would say it was pretty difficult, but it's just a change of pace that you don't really expect.
So being in the National Guard, I had to be able to just flip a switch when I was going on drill on the weekends once a month or 2 weeks in the summer, and then once I'm done with drill, go back to civilian life. There was a little bit of a transition where my relatives and people around me noticed like I was just a little bit different for a couple days afterwards.
I mentor students in the course of that transition by helping them through the application process with the VA and then the application process at the school, but also just making sure that Ferris State is going to be a good fit for them.
When you take our students who are veterans and they come to this campus, they bring a perspective that is rich, that is experienced, and that is disciplined. And when they sit in classrooms with the rest of our students, we all learn from each other. And our students who are not veterans see them, can appreciate their service and learn from that, but also our veteran students learn from them as well. And so that kind of a mix on a university campus, I believe is vital. That's why I love what we do when it comes to our veterans on campus.
Ferris State offers over 180 programs ranging from criminal justice to welding, engineering, and I truly believe that Ferris State has a program for any student veteran out there.
I started welding in high school and I did fall in love with welding. I took that program for 2 years and then I was looking up welding schools, but it was actually my teacher at that tech center that told me, he's like, you're gonna go to Ferris. I was like, why do I need to go to Ferris? And he's like, they have the best program for welding in the whole nation.
Originally I was looking up game design, digital animation, all that type of stuff. And I'd come to find out that, you know, Ferris State, this little small town school, is a top 10 game design school in the nation. I mean, there's unlimited stuff that you can find here. I love it.
What we provide for that veteran are programs and options that can be very synonymous with the very experience they just walked out of. How can we take what you just did for our country and mold that into academic programs that give you a higher education credential, a degree, and now set you on a trajectory to take that knowledge that you gained from the military and now this knowledge that you gained from this great institution and be able to mix that together so that you walk out of these doors and you can provide for your family.